Interview.
Hey everyone, Sophia here in San Francisco at Microsoft's Gears of War 3 event. I'm joined by Rod Ferguson from Epic Games, and we're here to talk about Gears of War 3. Now you guys just announced the release date, September 20th, is that correct?
That's correct, September 20th, 2011.
And now since it's been bumped to September, you said that you're going to have a beta. Now can you talk to us a bit about the beta?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this was an opportunity for us. We looked at the extension of our timeline, not just to be about, try to squeeze even more stuff in. It was really more about, let's polish it up. Let's make it the best, Gears game ever that we've ever made. And one of the things we want to do is really take that to the multiplayer as well. Gears of War 2 came out a little bumpy at the start. I mean, we got through it with our TUs, and it's a great game now. But we want to hit that right out of the gate with Gears of War 3. And so that's what we're doing this beta on dedicated servers. We're getting it out there to people who buy Bulletstorm can get in, all this stuff, right? We're really trying to get that access out there to get as much fan support as we can. And we want their feedback. We want to know what's working, what's not working, and then just also, test out all the... Having data centers around the world is not something you just want to turn on without knowing if it's going to work, right? So this is a great opportunity. Yes,
dedicated servers is the key thing. And what is included in the beta, like maps, the modes? Can you talk a bit about that?
Sure. I mean, the big thing we wanted to bring is our 3 new modes. So it's Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, and Capture the Leader. And basically we want to just get feedback on the new modes because there's a lot of changes. And then we're going to bring 4 maps. So what you're going to get to play tonight is 6 maps, but we're only taking 4. So 2 for sure, which is Checkout and Thrashball. And then we want all our fans to go to the Gears of War page on Facebook this weekend and vote for their favorite map of the 4 remaining, and then we'll put those 2 in the game as well.
All right, cool. So you mentioned the 3 modes. Can you go into detail about what those modes are?
Oh, sure. Well, I mean, Team Deathmatch is really, it's kind of a classic Team Deathmatch, but we did it Gears style. The thing we love about Gears of War multiplayer is that really tense ending where it's like 2-on-1 and they're hunting them down and you're trying to get away. Whereas the normal Team Deathmatch is just sort of a churn to a score, like bing, oh, we hit 50, I guess we're done, that kind of thing. Whereas with Gears, you really have that drama. And so we wanted to get the mix of that too, where it's a team deathmatch where you're just trying to eliminate the enemy and it's really simple rules, but we wanted that drama. So what we did is instead of basing it just on score, we gave each team a number of respawns, and then once they drain out, then they're basically on their last life, and then once they die, they're out for that last little bit. But it gets down to that 3-on-1 kind of tension, then whoever wins 1 round, and then it's whoever gets the first 2 rounds. So instead of it being like score 50 kills, it's win 2 rounds. So Capture the Leader is kind of we took, when we looked at the Gears of War 2 game modes, we realized, we're starting to splinter a little bit when we were trying to add some newness from Gears 1. And what we can actually do is start to bring all that back and consolidate. So you take Submission, which was our meat flag, kind of a human, flag capture the flag, and Guardian, which was sort of our VIP mode, and we put them together into Capture the Leader. So now basically you have these 2 leaders running around, and you have to capture them and take them as a meat shield and hold them in the game right now it's 30 seconds. And if you can hold them 30 seconds, you win. And so it's a great way it allows the leader to be aggressive because he can't die because he's the flag. So it doesn't have that old I gotta hide kind of feel to it. And it's really clear too. One of the nice things we did this time is we made the UI really clear, like over their head is capture or defend, that kind of stuff.
Super obvious.
Yeah, exactly. Because we found if it's not just shoot the other guy, people get confused. And so we want to make that really simple. And then King of the Hill is sort of taking our Annex game and our King of the Hill, which were our 2 territory games in Gears 2, and we put them together in one again to simplify. And so we came up with one solid rule set. We have the ring that moves a lot now, so it's, in Gears of War 2, people could, if they were a really strong team, they could keep the other team out of the ring. That doesn't happen anymore because the ring just moves on them, and you can't defend it that long. And so it's this really exciting sort of way of going in. It's really great when you get into sudden death and the ring starts moving faster and you got to capture it faster. It's a fun mode.
Now, in some of the videos that we've seen, we saw Marcus rocking like a pink Lancer, and in the presentation tonight, you mentioned a gold Lancer. Now, can you go into detail about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, one of the things we looked at is we were really shocked by the response in Gears of War 2 when we did the gold Lancer. As part of the, if you were part of the Midnight Madness, you got the gold Hammer Burst, and if you bought the limited collector's edition, you got the gold Lancer. And this stuff went up on eBay, and people were crazy, and we're like, it's just a skin change. It's not anything changing functionality-wise. But it's that ability to customize and express yourself that it really resonates. You see that with phones and everything else. And so we really wanted to bring that into Gears of War 3, and so that's what we did. We now not only do we have the weapons, we have these we can skin each weapon any number of different ways, from really detailed texture. You'll see tonight we actually have the ability to have an animated texture. If you take the Bulletstorm Lancer, you'll see actually flames moving on the gun like it's actually animated, all the way to the color changes like the gold retro. And so it's that expressing yourself, and we're doing that with the characters too, like the Cole train. We're going to have standard Cole, and then Gears 2 Cole, and then you'll actually get to play as Thrashball Coles as well, right? So it's bringing that customization. But the gold Lancer is important to us because it's what you can actually earn in the beta. It's one of about 4 things you can earn in the beta that you can actually carry over into the final game. So you play 90 matches. of any of the modes total, and if you'll unlock the gold retro. And so you get to play with it. Now, if you get 100 kills with it, you get to keep it in Gears 3. Same thing with like Thrashball Cole. You play 70 matches of any of the mode, you get to unlock his character. Now, if you play 13 more matches as him, you'll get to keep him. And 13 is because it's 83 on his chest, right? It's going with his number.
Wow. Okay, now, so everyone's waiting. When is the beta starting?
The beta's starting mid-April. So yeah, I mean, we can't be more firm on a date just because we have to go through cert. We're pushing servers out in data centers across the world, you know, and all the other kind of logistics aspects of it. So, you know, the beta is pretty close to being done from our development perspective in terms of getting ready to give out to the customers, and now it's just about getting through cert and getting the servers out there. So, but mid-April is definitely the target.
All right, great. And one more time for the audience, when's it coming out and on what platform?
It's coming out September 20th, 2011, exclusively on Xbox.
Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you could come. Go have fun.
I will. And that was our look at Gears of War 3. Now be sure to check back on Gamespot.com for our ongoing coverage.